The Highwaymen were an American country music supergroup consisting of Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and Chris Christopherson. We've seen all these guys. And today, thanks to a suggestion from my good friend Larry, we're gonna check out their version of Ghost Riders in the Sky live at Nassau Coliseum from 1990. This has 116 million views on YouTube. Frankly, there's a very low chance we're gonna be able to publish this, right? Just because of the copyright owners, especially having gold, but we're gonna try. We'll see how much of this you will be able to watch with me, but I really hope it's the whole thing. And if so, hey, we have been blessed with an opportunity for us to hang out together. And again, thank you, Larry, so much for the help. To all of you who sponsor and donate and help on my channel, I can't believe how much it means to me. You will be seeing some more all other official sponsors, right? Corporate sponsors on this channel as well, just so that we can fund these videos. You know, music reaction videos you cannot monetize, which is actually very fair. I wish it was more dependent on the artist and that it was the artist making this money, but hey, I don't want to talk about that today. We also had Ed Nielsen write me saying, now that you've listened to a couple of great instrumentals of Ghost Rider in the Sky, listen to or react it as done by the Highwaymen. Ed says, I will definitely enjoy it. Okay, I have the video loaded up. Let's do this. Why are you here? Why did so many of you write me about this performance? I guess we're about to find out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna let practically all of it play. We're gonna talk about it, but more than anything, you and I, we're gonna experiment, letting go of our worries. There's a lot of things to be distracted about in the world right now. And you and I will be able to pretend like you are right here with me. And let's talk about the song. To all of you who have Miyagi'd me, sensei'd me into music that I missed out on, y'all have done the Lord's work, man. All right, brethren, let's roll it.
An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Along a ridge he rested as he went along his way.
I need my cowboy hat.
Once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged brush.
Look at all those legends.
Up the cloudy draw.
Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the skies, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry.
This is the first time I've heard the words to the song.
Riders in the sky. Reggie Young.
I have that guitar. You have to be all the way down for that twang.
Faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. Woo. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught them yet.
Nice little fill-in.
Cause they'll have to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear them cry.
As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yi.
Nice, guys. There's a lot of musicians on here.
Ghost riders in the sky.
Ghost riders in the sky.
Ghost riders in the sky.
That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. Okay, we got things to talk about. That's like the most calm I've ever seen really anybody perform anything before. And that's what sets all of them apart. All of them are just singing their normal voices, right? We've talked about Willie Nelson on the channel. I've always heard the name Willie Nelson, right? But in the channel, we finally looked into him some more. Weird nasally voice. And something about it makes you really pay attention to what he sings, right? That whole Bob Dylan, not a really special voice, which is what makes it special, you know what I mean? That whole thing. And then Johnny Cash just has like the man voice. Wild that this is 1990, the production quality, it's fantastic. I guess for some reason they were able to make it 4K or whatnot.
The horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel.
He's just telling us a story. He has a storytelling singing voice here. And then we got that drum beat. We're not getting much of Chris Christopherson, and again, that's Waylon Jennings, right? Not getting much of them, but hey, they're giving the backups, and when they all coming together, let's see if we can get a moment with them. Just how cool was it, especially for you old heads out there, to see all of them sing like this? Again, let me know. Because for me, growing up, I was a big NBA fan in the early 2000s, which was a great era with Vince Carter, Allen Iverson, all those guys. So watching the All-Star game, and they were actually competing and trying hard, was incredible as a kid. This is like watching that. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely great. No one is doing anything too flashy. It just sounds flawless.
Those riders in the sky.
Sorry, I just saw there was a guy in the background singing, but you don't hear him at all.
Ghost riders
So you see that guy? Anyway.
the sky. Reggie Young.
Okay. I did want to talk about this. This solo is so easy. And that's actually why, mad respect. Dude, the pressure on not messing it up, high. In my musical career, performing a simple solo, that's actually when I was the most nervous. So, pressure's on, bro. First line down. And he has some reverb. So is he the one soloing in the background the rest of the song? Because his fills later are beautiful. Executed flawlessly. He's a professional, but it's again,
Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all
there's
soaked
just
with
that everyday man's voice right there.
They're riding
he
hard
would.
to all soaked
I saw him. So we're gonna see him
with sweat.
right there doing those fills.
They're
Beautiful
riding
fills.
hard to catch
Switch
that
to
herd,
that
but
bridge
they ain't
pickup.
caught 'em yet. Cause they'll
Oh, and
have
that
to ride
tone.
forever
Oh, the
on that
Telecaster's
range
such a
up
great
in the
guitar.
sky on horses snorting fire.
Chris Christopherson looks good, bro. 1990. This was when I was born, by the way. So many of you have written me, asked me how old I am. 1990. Yeah.
As they ride on, hear them cry.
Okay, and then also we gotta talk about the mullet. Wow, look at it. What has he got on here too? What are we looking at here? Really beat up guitar, and there's something about these guitars that just have a magical sound, which is why he's playing it. Do you have an instrument like that? It's old, it's beat up, and that's what makes it. It just feels better, it sounds better. What all of us are chasing as guitarists is the guitar that just sounds and feels like we feel.
As the riders loped
Johnny
on
Cash
by
and
him,
voice.
he heard one call his name.
Wild how he looked the same his entire life. Johnny Cash when he was 35. I had to look up Johnny Cash 1967. All right. It's more like the forehead wrinkles that kind of age up. But no, there's this thing about seeing people in their mid-30s in this era look way older than we do now. Maybe the testosterone levels, I don't know. Yeah, handsome guy when he was young, man, especially with that voice. Oh, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've watched Walk the Line. I don't really know his life, so I don't know what he was arrested for. Oh, we have these outlaw country guys here. That's cool. Again, just to all of you guys, what was it like seeing this lineup? Did you watch them live? What was it like? Were you there for that? That's what I want to know. That's kind of become the funnest part about this channel, that when we do these videos, we then post who was there. Like our Queen Live Aid reaction. It's my most viewed video, right? But getting the comments from people who were there and then them telling us, like, that's what I think is more meaningful for the video than like me. You know what I'm saying? It's remarkable. It's fascinating. So again, let us know if you were there and what it was like. Oh yeah, man, this is absolutely great. That song is like the ultimate cowboy song. Outlaw country, you know what I mean? Would you agree? Because I think I've only checked out really instrumentals. Let's go through the lyrics. An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. Well, all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, plowing through the ragged skies up in a cloudy draw. So is he having like a dream? Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo, ghost riders in the sky. Can't help but think about the four horsemen and whatnot is what goes through my mind. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns was black and shiny, and their hot breaths he could feel. Bolts of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky. For he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo, ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt. Quick definition check. Lean, angular, bony. Got it. Their faces gaunt. Their eyes were blurred, and shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught them yet. They've got to ride forever in that rage up in the sky. On horses storming fire as they ride on. Hear their cry. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo, ghost riders in the sky. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell or riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride. A trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo, ghost riders in the sky. Man, almost, yeah, what goes through my mind here, you know? A cowboy who knows he needs to repent. And in the midst of his work, well, not really, he's not really, right? He's just riding along. He has this vision of these cowboys essentially doomed to chase the cowboys herd for an eternity. And if you don't change your ways today, with us you will ride. Hell was forever working without accomplishing the job. Kind of like the story of Prometheus. Oh, no, Sisyphus, right? Condemned to eternally roll that boulder up the hill. It's like this cowboy saw the equivalent of that, but for him. Right? You never feel the satisfaction of actually wrangling the herd and getting it handled. And what are you going to wrangle forever? The devil's herd? That's what I think the song is. All right, let's just go to the Wikipedia page. The story has been linked with old European myths of the wild hunt. Wild hunt like The Witcher? Comment down below if you understood that reference. Book Riders, in which a supernatural group of hunters passes the narrator in wild pursuit. So he was just told... There's a very high chance I have read this before, by the way, and I just don't remember. So now we're going through it again. The Native Americans, possibly Apache, who live within Pkwy County, believe that when souls vacate their physical bodies, they reside as spirits in the sky, resembling the Ghost Riders. Very interesting. Yeah, so it was like a story that he was taught. But what I find it interesting is that, yeah, the story does feel like almost like a nightmare, but a nightmare vision that, again, is calling the writer to change his ways. And there's a lot of value, right, in envisioning our hell momentarily so that we can make sure we do not end up there. Oh gosh, I want to be a cowboy so bad sometimes. Big reason why we moved where we did. I'm not going to tell you where we moved. It's like, dude, I've fallen in love with country so much that I wanted to live with the country folk. It's unbelievable. The way I want to live was changed because of a genre of music I used to hate. What the heck happened? That's iconic, incredible. What a memorable performance. And I really hope that you got to hang out with me for plenty of it. If you've watched this long and we actually needed to cut most of this out for here, well, one, thank you. And I hope the discussion was meaningful and exciting and interesting for you. But really what I can't wait for is in your comments to some of the questions I asked. And just curious about y'all's thoughts on the song meaning, everything. Thanks guys for being here and clicking on this video, for hanging out. To all of you who help and support, thank you. We'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.